We are live. Welcome to a special Saturday edition of the West
Lightning
Coast Draft
round
Podcast,
edition.
Lightning Round edition. That's right, baby. We weren't gonna miss the NFL pod this week. You know we couldn't miss it. But we are a little bit behind schedule. But that's okay. We're here, we're back, we're rolling, and we're riding. Let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Um, because we're going to get rolling with some week 6 picks, of course, as always. We're also going to review our week 5 picks, see how we did. And then also talk a little bit about week 5's action. Also the Thursday night game. We'll get some quick thoughts from Rob. But this will be the no, I think we've done it under an hour before. I was going to say this is going to be the fastest episode of the West Coast Draft Podcast ever. I think we have had an episode that was under an hour before, and we're going to try to match that again. For the people, also for Daniel, because he's on a lightning round schedule right now. But before we get going, Daniel, how you doing, buddy?
Good man. I got my last overnight shift tonight for the week.
There it
Nice.
is. There it is. That's the
Oh,
reason. Rob, how you doing, my friend?
Tough day of college football, but still a fun day of college football. It was an
Definitely.
awesome slate, and it lived up to
Can't
it.
believe it would have been so amazing if South Carolina and Ohio State had found ways to win at the
Oh,
end.
they
Would have
both
been
blew those games.
obviously it wouldn't have been a perfect day because Washington lost and U of A got killed.
Our worst
Actually, they
loss
both they
since
both got killed
21.
to be fair,
Uh,
but it would have been a great day if
I'd
South
still
Carolina
I'd
won.
still rather be UW than U of A right now.
Oh, absolutely, because at least UW has their coach.
Has a
You,
future.
yeah, yeah, and Brent Brennan's not recruiting terribly at U of A right now. To his
But
credit,
he's probably not going to get back to feed a T-Mac and crew.
no, probably not. And he won't be able to take advantage of them even if he does,
Yeah.
probably.
Oh
So
gosh.
U of A might be looking for their next guy here soon, but
You know,
that's
Babers, you are an Arizona Wildcat.
please no. Zach Taylor, you are an Arizona Wildcat. Just kidding. But all right, boys, we're talking NFL action, and what a week 5 that we had. Some really, really, really great games, and then some not so great games. I did. How many of these games ended up being one-score games? I think there was a good number of one-score games. Obviously, Atlanta Tampa was a classic.
That was awesome.
Minnesota New York one score. Baltimore Cincinnati, as much as I hate to admit it, was an instant classic as well. Miami New England one score. Jacksonville Indy one score. The curse lives on. Houston Buffalo ended up being one score. Houston was killing them for a while. San Francisco LA 1 point, one score. This is
That was a
technically
nice
not one
score.
score, but it was basically one
Yeah.
score. One score, and then yeah, great weekend of NFL action that we're leaving behind. It was also a great weekend of college football action. So last weekend was great. This weekend has been fun so far. We'll see if the NFL can live up to it tomorrow. It'll be a lot more fun if our picks also work out. But anyway, speed round, boys. We already talked about Atlanta Tampa on last Thursday's pod. So we had some London action, eh? Minnesota and the New York Jets. Minnesota. I've kind of got like a weird, like I'm combining like Swedish and English at the same time. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. But anyways, Minnesota and the Jets taking on each other in London. Minnesota comes out with the win. They come out to a big early lead, almost blow it, but don't blow it in the end.
Brian Flores is a madman.
Yep. One of the firings that we were discussing is a possibility, and I think we touched on this on the Tuesday pod already because it happened on Tuesday. But one of the firings we talked about potentially happening came after this game.
We
Rob
should have known
Saleh.
it was happening with how Aaron Rodgers was like went up to Robert Saleh on the sideline.
Yeah, like pushed him away after
Yeah.
when Salah went in for the hug. So Andrew Tate, you are a New York Jet. In all honesty, though, I mean, who do they hire? If Rodgers doesn't retire, who's the head coach next year?
Oh no.
If Rodgers doesn't retire,
Yeah,
I
we've already
don't
been
know,
over this.
man. Ben Johnson.
Ben
No,
Johnson,
we've been
maybe.
over this, guys. We know who the head coach is.
Andrew
RFK,
Tate.
Yeah,
Andrew Tate, RFK, whoever wants it.
yeah, exactly.
That would be incredible. That would be incredible. That would be like when there was like the a few not it wasn't even that long ago. It was like 10 years ago where the Browns, I don't think they ever interviewed her, but they were like there was the report that they were thinking about Condoleezza Rice for their head coaching job.
Why does her name keep getting brought up for stupid shit?
I don't know, man. I
She
don't
should
know.
be in the. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah. That's okay. It was funny though. It was funny. But anyways, yeah, so Vikings going into the bye week at 5-0. Sam Darnold leading USC out into the field today when they blew it against Penn State. Um, so that's the first loss he's seen all year. Who's Minnesota play coming off the bye? Actually, I can tell you who they play coming off the bye because we're gonna. Actually, they don't play this week. Never mind. Next week they play. Oh, they play the Lions next week. Spicy. We'll get to that when we get to that. But Minnesota, enjoy your week off. You're 5-0.
We
Carolina,
got our first. We
Chicago.
got our first. Your fired hot shot of the year.
You're fired, hot shot. That's right. Carolina, Chicago. I don't have many more takeaways from this game are that Caleb
Carolina
Williams
sucks.
finally had a great game, but Carolina's really bad. So that's why. Feel free, by the way, guys, if you guys have any thoughts, to chime in on these games. I know I'm kind of lightning around and turning right now.
30-minute pod. 30-minute
30-minute
pod.
pod. Okay, here we go. In that case, I'm gonna spend 10 minutes on this myself. I'm just kidding. Cincinnati,
Go
Baltimore.
in on them. Go in on them. Go off camp.
Fantastic game. I can't lie. Outside observer, if I was an outside observer, if I was a fan of neither of these teams, fantastic game. Lamar and Joe both playing at the height of their powers right now. I don't know if there's much of an argument that they are not the top two quarterbacks in the NFL as we stand here in week 5. Jaden Daniels is also in that argument. However, this would not be an angry Beau rant if I was positive for the whole time. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, no notes. You guys played a great game. I love you guys. I hope we find a way to pay T and Jamar because it is clear how much they mean to the team, the combination of them. I don't think they will. I don't know if they'll find a way, but I really, really hope they find a way. You guys played excellent. Props to you guys for putting the team on your back. The defense. Why do you guys still have jobs? That was horrible. That was horrifying. That was the saddest defensive performance. The second half, I should say specifically, was the saddest defensive performance I have witnessed in 2 whole weeks. The last time was your defensive performance against Washington Commanders on Monday Night Football a few weeks ago. This defense every single week continues to make me depressed. They're that bad. I hate them. Lou Anarumo, you are cooked. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The personnel just is not there. I think it's time for us to finally say Jesse Bates was the reason people thought Lou Anarumo was a good coach. I'm out on Lou Anarumo. I'm done with him. We need a new DC in there who can take advantage of the talent that we have. And it's not like they're a team without any talent on the defensive side. They have a good linebacker tandem in Logan Wilson, Jermaine Pratt. Pratt's hit his age a little bit, but Logan Wilson's having a career year. So really, that should at least balance out a little bit. You have one of the best edge rushers in the game in Trey Hendrickson. Not much else on the defensive line, but that, build that in the draft. Secondary is full of young, talented young pieces. Outside of Von Bell, who looks like he's 57 years old when he's trying to cover Charlie Kohler. Horrible. Just horrible. Lou Anarumo, you're out. Zach Taylor, you're out. What the hell was that overtime strategy? Run up the gut 3 times against the best run defense in the NFL that had managed to stuff the run the entire game, and where your quarterback has 392 yards passing. I get being somewhat conservative, but it's not like they were in gimme field goal range. They were at the 38. If they were at the 28, I would get it. If they were at the 18, I would definitely get it. You're at the 38. That is a 55-yard field goal. You ran up the gut 3 times and got a total of 3 yards out of it. You finish with a 52-yard field goal. The holder drops the ball. It's a bad snap. The holder drops the ball. Evan McPherson still almost makes it. I know people want to make a lot about the miss. Honestly, props to him for still, putting a pretty good kick considering the holder's literally holding it horizontally to the ground.
Those Aussies, man.
That's those. Yeah. So, Zach Taylor, you're fine. You're out. I'm done. And the sad thing about Zach Taylor is he is getting a lot better as a play caller. I don't know if that's to his credit or that's to Dan Pitcher's credit because I refuse to give Zach Taylor credit for anything right now. I'm going to say Dan Pitcher's credit. It's sickening. It's sickening to see the best offense, not the best offense, because I think Commanders is technically the best offense, but a top 2 or 3 offense be hampered by the best second worst defense in the league. And honestly, most weeks they feel worse. If you're a computer cowboy fan like I am, that he has the Bengals at 31 in his, how he stacks them up in defensive rating, I should mention. And let me confirm. Yeah, so they're number 3 in offense. They're 30 in defense. Thank you, Jacksonville and the Los Angeles Rams, for somehow being worse than the crap that I witness every Sunday. But anyway, so they're 3rd best offense, 3rd worst defense. Leads you to 1-4. But the weirdest 1-4, because you know what's funny? They at 1-4 have a -5 point differential, meaning they are one collective touchdown away from being 5-0 on the regular season. Instead, they're 1-4. You know who is below them in point differential? The Houston Texans at -11 are 4-1. How? It's mind-boggling. And all of those stats make me think that this will start to turn around. They do have a fairly easy schedule coming up, which I know I mentioned on Tuesday's pod. But Lou Anarumo, if we go into New York tomorrow night and we lose, you're out. I'm sorry. You have to be gone. And I doubt Mike Brown would fire you midseason, but he should. He should. Zach Taylor, if we don't win the next 4 games, we're not making the playoffs. The next 4 games are New York, Cleveland, Philadelphia, Las Vegas. If you don't win those next 4 to get back to 5-4, we're not making the playoffs. And if we don't make the playoffs with this roster, with the way this offense is playing, you're out. Can him, sack him. I don't care. Send him to Tucson, Arizona. He can be the head coach down here. Okay, that's it for the Angry Beau rant this week. Thanks for talking.
I see no reason why Lou Anarumo still has a job.
He's living off his playoff success and the fact that
he should have been fired for this game, man. There's no reason. You gave up 41 in this day and age. You gotta go.
Yeah. And the fact, their past 3 games, they've scored 33, 34, and 38. They are averaging a crisp 35 points a game over the past 3. Guess how many of those they won? 1. And it was against Carolina.
You're fired, hotshot.
You're fired, hotshot. Okay. That's it for the Angry Beau rant this week. Tune in, hopefully not for a while, but we'll see. Miami, New England.
Patriots stink.
Patriots are bad, man. I thought, hey, Drake May this week though.
Yep, we're getting Drake. That's
hope.
Should help a little.
It might. I mean, it's too early for him. Probably
can't get much worse.
Offense. No, and don't get me wrong. I'm not worried about it making the Patriots offense worse. The Patriots offense will be better with Drake May than it was with Jacoby Brissett. I'm worried about Drake May's health. Primarily because the Patriots offensive line is doo-doo, for lack of a better term. How the mighty have fallen. How the hell did the Bengals lose to the Patriots? Why couldn't we have been averaging 38 back then? Freaking Tanner Hudson, man. Anyways, Washington, Cleveland. This game made me happy at least.
Daniels is for real. Leading
Jane
rusher and
Daniels.
passer.
Jane Daniels is definitely for real. Also, Cleveland is garbage offensively and defensively, which is kind of funny because I think we all kind of thought their offense would be rough. But defensively, man,
Took a big step back.
took a
Team
huge
morale's
step
got to
back.
be brutal there.
Well, it's funny because apparently his teammates don't like Deshaun's teammates don't like him. But you know who really
No
likes him?
way.
You know who really likes him is Leroy Bickerstaff.
Oh yeah.
You know who else really likes him? Apparently that boy has a girlfriend. I found out
Can
this
you?
morning. I was or not this morning, but when I woke up early this afternoon, I was looking through Instagram and his girlfriend's post like popped up on my feed. And I was like, how the fuck is he dating anybody?
Can you imagine being Deshaun Watson's girlfriend while all this stuff is going on? That's
Dude,
got to be
Stephen A.
that's
Smith
the hardest job in sports right
and like
there.
the stuff about him just walking
why
off the
sign up
field.
for it? Even if it's 230 mil guaranteed, bro. Anyway, that's so
The
stupid.
guy
Right, she's chasing the
Deshaun
bag.
walking off the field on fourth down and Kevin Stefanski's look on his face. Horrifying. So
The Browns being cooked is beautiful. Hey, I've always hated the Browns, even when they were the lovable losers. I hated them just because of the Battle of Ohio thing. But um, then they sold their souls to the Deshaun Watson devil, and they're paying the price for it every single day. They got one playoff trip out of it where they lost 45-10 to Houston, though, so that was fun for them.
jeez, man. Stephen A. Smith, they should arrest him.
They should arrest him. He's so bad, he should be arrested.
Just doesn't get any of the irony there.
Oh gosh. Um,
Is Trevor Lawrence back?
is Trevor Lawrence back?
I'm
I don't
not
know if
taking
Trevor
that
Lawrence
game
is
as anything to be
back.
honest.
Hold
Colts
on
are
one
just
second, boys.
cursed.
Take the lead. Hold on.
Colts are just cursed there. It's just they're cursed.
Dude.
They can never win there.
Dude, freaking I almost got that Buffalo backdoor cover, man.
Yeah,
I
that was
almost did because
crazy.
Houston was up for by a
They were
lot.
up
The
a
Bills come
lot.
back.
And we got a good meme coming out of that game. I don't know what Texans player, but it's like, post game, they're like looking through like the side of their eyes at Josh Allen.
Was that Stephon Diggs?
I don't know if that's Stephon. That's why I was guessing. I'm not sure.
I thought it was Stephon.
I probably was.
Dude, that's
That's a good new meme though.
wild, man.
Another curse that actually was broken though. Broncos
Dude,
beat the
Broncos.
Raiders.
Oh my god. Is Bo Nix that guy? Are the Broncos actually good, man?
Maybe.
There's no way. That's crazy. 3 straight wins for that team. And they look just so out of sync doing it. They look really good defensively, but
Their
on
defense
offense,
is
they
really
just
good.
look so putrid.
Yeah. Arizona taking down the Niners. Love to see it.
Lol Niners.
Well, Niners. We'll get
Packers,
back to that one
Rams.
though, sadly. Packers. I didn't get to watch that game much. I was picking up my kitty.
You know what? At least, even though the Packers won, at least Jordan Love had that Dan Orlovsky. Actually, not even that. He had like a Will Levis like throw. He was trying to avoid a safety, and then he just threw it away. And one of the
Oh,
Rams
it's the pick
caught it.
six.
Yeah,
That was funny. That
it
was
was
great.
it was a great throw. I want more of that from him.
That was good content. Sorry to pop back in real fast, but I have to say one thing about Arizona, San Francisco. I'll talk about Denver, Las Vegas actually just for 2 seconds. Las Vegas is horrible.
Oh,
Denver, their offense, I still don't really believe in it, but their defense is legit. So, San Francisco, they would have won this game if they had a kicker, but Jake Moody stupidly got hurt on a kickoff, and they lost because of it. Don't underestimate your kickers, my friends. LA, Green Bay on it. Any thoughts? Anyway, Seattle, New York. Go ahead, Rob.
very banged up Seahawks almost won a game they had no business winning, and they did not deserve to win.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
The rain delay game.
The
Some
rain
guy
delay
named
game.
Sauce Waka is at the Colorado game right now. Don't know who that
Sauce
is.
Waka.
Waka
No
with the
idea.
L. WALKA.
Waka. Sauce Waka. Sounds like, is that like the new Skywalker? He's a Jedi? I don't know. The rain delay game, the fact that we had like early morning football and late night football on the same
I
day
know.
was
It
so
felt like
great.
Pac-12 after dark. Really
It
fun
did feel
ending.
like Pac-12 After
That
Dark.
zoom
I
in
feel
on
really bad for the people in Pittsburgh that
oh
the game doesn't even start until 9:45 local time. Imagine having to go to work the next day.
people don't work in Pittsburgh. What are you talking about?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
But
Um,
that zoom in on Mike Tomlin's face after that touchdown was very funny.
oh man. Dak Prescott, turnover machine? Question mark. Hey, got him back to above 500 though. So
That was a big win for them.
it was a big win for Dallas. It's actually been a while since they beat Pittsburgh too. So, um, uh, let's see. As for Pittsburgh offense, starting to come back down to earth. 2 straight
Start
losses now.
Russ. Start Russ.
Start Russ. Now they're sticking with Fields. It sounds like, but he was rough in the first, especially the first half of this one. It was rough. So yeah. And let's see. And to Monday. Man, we are speed running this. Okay, actually we're not because we only got 30 minutes left. Okay. New Orleans, Kansas City. I actually didn't see much of this game. You guys got thoughts on this one?
It's boring.
Same shit as always.
Big boy turnover.
Yeah, I can't forget Colin Saunders. Shout out Colin Saunders, man. Freaking stud. And the fact they got it all the way back to like the 42. When he started running, I was like, dude, just fall down. And then he got it all the way back. Not that mattered, just they lost by 13, but it was good content. It was good content.
I love a big boy interception.
All right, and that brings us to Thursday night, and we're actually kind of ahead of schedule right now, Rob. So feel free if you'd like to take your time.
People are really freaking out about this game. People are like, oh my people. I think there's reason for concern, but I think people are freaking out a little too much. I think you really saw the effects of a team that played 3 games in 10 days. I think people were just pretty tired, pretty sluggish out there. Gino, it was a complete team loss. Gino had a bad game. DK had a bad game. LaVisca fumbles the kickoff. He made up for it, but still not great. Defense played poorly. Everyone had a bad game. Banged up still. So yeah, bad. I'm sick of losing to them. We just don't have the star power.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. It's rough, and I know I talked about this on. Did I talk about it on the pod on
Yeah.
Tuesday? I can't remember when I did, but yeah, I mean it's rough when you start 3-0 and you're kind of staring, now 3-3, and with the tough upcoming schedule could turn into worse soon. But I think it's important to note, the expectations in Seattle weren't that high this year.
We're feeling the growing pains right now, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not worried.
No,
I
and
think
I don't think you should be. Like people saying like, and obviously there's going to be the very reactionary element of pretty much any fan base, but anyone saying like fire McDonald or fire Grubb or anything like that right now is absolutely ridiculous.
Horrible.
The O line is horrible. Absolutely. This draft, they just need to do best offensive lineman available, no matter what.
Yep.
And we'll get to that in April. Or whenever we start draft talk. We usually start it around March, I guess. Well, we started in like January, February, but we really pick it up in March and April.
You get dashes here and there.
Yeah.
Did you see that video I sent of Shoreline Safeway Pete Carroll?
I did. That was good.
It's like I don't think Mike's getting the job done. I think I'm gonna come out of retirement. That was pretty funny.
Honestly, man, put him in. Let's see what happens.
Just rolling with it was pretty funny. But this was neat though. But Pete Carroll, John Schneider, and Mike McDonald and Jody Allen were all at Climate Pledge when the Clippers were there. The other night. Oh, they were all talking together. Steve Ballmer too. So that was nice to see.
All right. Perfect. Sorry, I'm just throwing the description in there for the good folks at home. Anyways, but that brings us to tomorrow. Boys, we got London action again.
Jesus,
Who doesn't love some London action? This
Shadur's
one's
had an insane throw.
Oh, did he? Oh
An
man. Oh, that reminds
absurd
me.
throw.
Let's do a quick check-in on how the college games are going because we're actually on schedule right now. College, we're looking at, let's see, 13-7 and 24-14. Did Colorado just score? Was that the Shadur throw?
No.
Okay, so they still have the ball after the throw then.
Yeah, they're
Okay, so they could get back in it here
but
pretty soon.
Shadur just had like a freaking. He was backed up, from a grounding, and just freaking washed.
Very
him.
nice. Very
He
nice.
he right now he's my number one overall. I think it's yeah.
Very nice. We'll be looking forward to seeing how that game ends. Well, we're gonna end the podcast in time to watch the end of it because we're doing the lightning round edition. We should theme our podcast more often.
Yeah.
This episode's the lightning round edition. Anyways, we're on to the Sunday action, and so we know. I know I gave Rob first pick on who starts on the San Francisco Seattle
Oh
game.
yeah. So
Did you pick
yes,
first?
I picked first. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm up then. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Or I thought I had sneezed, but I did.
Oh, the classic.
Oh,
Oh shit! Yours had a horrible throw.
oh no, you jinxed him.
He just floated a horrible pick right in the
This is
middle.
why we don't pod live during
Fuck.
games.
That was really bad. I
You
jinxed him, man. I jinxed him.
Oh no. Okay, here we go. So, week 6. We got a London game, another one with the Jaguars.
Reparation game.
One of the reparation games. You take our White House, we give you Chicago, Jacksonville. But anyway, so man, so this game, Bears, no home team here, obviously. Jaguars are very accustomed to playing in London, though. I will say that. Bears are favored by 1.5. Looking at the EPA chart, the Jaguars are bad at everything. The Bears have a great defense, but really bad offense. So I'm not going to factor the EPA.
I take the consistent team, the one that's bad at everything.
Bad at everything. Unironically, though, actually, with that being said, I'm going to take the team with the more experienced quarterback. That I think is a little bit more talented and better coached. Overall. Yes, Chicago just had a big win. Do I trust that? No. Also, the Jags are essentially playing a home game because they're very used to London. So give me the Jaguars. Daniel.
They should actually be called the Fulham Jaguars because they've got the same ownership as Fulham Football Club. So when they move to London, he's going to own 2 clubs in 2 different sports. Could you imagine that?
Well, do any English people even live in London? Isn't it all like rich foreigners?
Bro, there's a bunch. What do you mean? There's a ton of English people.
Isn't London the most populous city in the country?
Like the London, like London City, like
yeah, London City's huge.
Yeah, dude. What?
Okay, never
London
mind.
City's huge. It's got boroughs that are bigger than most U.S. cities.
I always thought it was like a bunch of rich Russian people.
What?
I mean, there are probably a bunch of those too, but no, there are very much English people that live in London.
Are you reading
like
too
I'm
much
talking
Chelsea,
like
Chelsea
not
news, Rob?
like what people consider London, but the actual definition map of like the center of the city, London.
Give me the Jags, Beau.
I think London City is smaller than people realize.
Oopsie. There we go. All right. Robot.
I'm gonna follow suit. I like the Jags here, home team.
There you go. The home team, essentially. Alrighty then. So in that case, next up, we've got the Arizona Cardinals flying in because they're birds Flying
Wow.
in to Green Bay to take on a Packers team that's dropping 4.5 points, and is coming off a trip to Los Angeles last week that they won. Both these teams coming off wins. Packers, like I said, favored by 4.5. Daniel, you're leading with your favorite team.
Screw it. Give me the Cardinals, man. I don't want to pick the Packers. Fuck
Yeah, let
that.
the hate flow through.
Let the hate flow through you, my friend. I like it. I like it. I appreciate the sentiment
I
there.
don't care if I'm wrong. I don't care if Green Bay
Hell
just
no,
does the opposite of whatever I
the
pick every
cards
week.
are not covering in green in Lambeau. Hell no. Give the Packers.
Yeah, I'm unfortunately with Rob on this one. As much as I'd love to see the Cardinals pull out a big road upset, actually, it was a loss to the Arizona Cardinals that got Mike McCarthy canned. So, it was a home loss to the Arizona
That was a
Cardinals that got Mike
bad
McCarthy canned.
loss too.
So as much as I would love to see the Cardinals swoop into Green Bay and take a dub, or even just cover, I think the Packers probably win this one comfortably. Um, We'll see though. We'll see though. How much was San Francisco? Okay, San Francisco is favored by 7.5. 4, yeah, 4.5 is too close for me. I think Packers cover here. Um, Tennessee, Indy. Anthony Richardson is returning this week.
Oof.
Is that why Tennessee's favorite?
I think Will Levis is playing too. I want to say Will Levis is starting. Let's see. Will Levis, yeah, Will Levis versus Anthony Richardson. So we got a 2023 quarterback duel. Man, that 2023 draft and this isn't to bag on you, Rob, by any means, because it was not
I
just you. We
yeah.
were so hyped for that 2023 draft class, and we got one star in CJ Stroud and a
So do you remember
whole lot of shit outside of that.
remember what my quarterback order was?
I do. You had Stroud 1,
Yep. AR2.
AR 2.
Levis 3, Young 4.
I feel like you eventually came around to Young over Levis.
I did not like Young. I loved Levis, man, and I did not like Young.
You
You
did
knew I
like
was it.
you liked
It took
Levis a lot.
it took me a while to come around to. It took me a long time to come around on Stroud. I thought he
That
was
is true.
overrated. The first half of the season, I thought he was overrated, and I was like, well, okay.
I think it was the Georgia game. It was the Georgia
It
semifinal
wasn't.
game.
That was definitely the coup de grace on that, but it had been rising for like the latter half of the year.
Yeah.
But that was his crowning moment for sure. It was like,
Yeah.
God damn, he can take a team that he's definitely overmatched and take them to the absolute brink. Like,
Yeah.
damn.
Honestly, probably should have won. And if
He
they'd
should
gotten
have
to
won
play
that game.
TCU in the Natty,
They
they
would have
would have
won.
killed them. So it would have been funny that year if they didn't but lost to Michigan, but still won the Natty.
That
Oh
would have been
man.
really funny.
There have been arguments all off season between Michigan fans and Ohio State fans about which was more important, and you know it. That would have been so funny. I wish we lived
Speaking
in
of
that
Michigan and
timeline.
Ohio, though, whatever coach or team figures out travel first in the Big Ten will be very much rewarded for it.
James Franklin. I'm just kidding. Minnesota just went to UCLA and won.
Yeah, UCLA.
That's true. Hey, James Franklin went to USC and won. That's pretty impressive.
That's pretty impressive. That was impressive.
Um. Anyways, so sorry to get back on topic here. Colts Titans. Titans favored by 2.5 at home. Again, 2023 QB duel. Rob, you're leading us
I'm
off.
ready to believe again. Give me the Colts.
Okay, well, I didn't know which one you're ready to believe in again. That's the problem. I was
feel
like,
hurt
which
by
one?
that. I feel hurt by that.
This is a tough one. Let's see. I cannot imagine giving Tennessee points right now. Or sorry, Tennessee giving up points right now. So as rough as the Colts have looked, they're cursed in Jacksonville. So I don't put too much weight into that one. I'm also taking the Colts in this one. I'm in lockstep with you so far, Rob. Get creative.
What?
I'm kidding. Daniel.
Titans.
Oh
They're gonna
man,
eat
Daniel.
AR, bro. They're eating
Daniel's
that.
living 2 weeks in a row. Daniel's going with the lone wolf strategy, but I respect it.
They're
I respect it.
eating. They're eating AR,
Um,
bro.
Houston, New England. Houston. coming into New England, 6.5 point favorites. New England wearing their throwbacks, by the way. That's why their name's in red, in case you're curious.
Nice.
Like we mentioned earlier, New England will be starting Drake May in this game, against one of the league's best pass rushes with one of the league's worst offensive lines, if not its worst offensive line. Yeah, give me the Texans in this one. As actually, before I keep going, before I give you the floor, Daniel, sorry, let's say I want to say New England might get a spark with Drake May, the way like a fired coach might get a bump, a new QB might get a bump, like the way the Panthers did with Andy Dalton. But I'm sorry, this Texans team is way too good, and this Patriots team is way too bad. Anyways, go ahead.
Houston wins, but New England covers. That's my pick.
Ooh, spicy. I like it. Robots.
I'm taking the Texans.
Texans. Get original. I'm just kidding. That time I can't say it because you picked after me.
That's true. Great minds think alike, you say.
That's true. That's true. Tampa, New Orleans. Tampa, 3.5 point favorites over the collapsing Saints, who went from a 2-0 with the best offense in the league, to 2-3 and averaging like 13 points a game over the past 3 weeks. But they're starting Spencer Rattler for the next few weeks. So that's kind of fun. Tampa, like I said, favored by 3.5 points on the road. Daniel, you're leading us off.
Saints.
Saints, okay. I like it. I like it. Rob.
I think maybe this could be a little bounce back game, Give me the Saints.
Alrighty. Alrighty. This is a tough one. Tampa just had a really probably soul crushing road loss to the Falcons in division. They really don't want to fall to 0-2, I imagine. I mean, who does, obviously, but sorry, I'm just looking at the EPA chart. They're actually about equivalent offensively. Saints are much better defensively, though. Spencer Rattler, I think.
Oh shit!
Hey, I'm picking New Orleans. I think they cover, but I think Tampa wins.
I forgot about Spencer Rattler. Shit.
But he played good in the preseason. Now again, it was the preseason, but the Bucks defense is also garbage. So this is when you start a rookie QB, when you're playing the Bucks defense. You play the Texans defense, and but yeah, there you go. Anyways, so done with that one. Cleveland, Philadelphia. Cleveland, with the worst offense in the league by EPA, goes into Philly, who's really -10. Philly's got a really bad defense, so it's a very movable force versus a very immovable or very or a stoppable object versus a movable force. Boy. Okay. Anyways, Philly, like I said, favored by 10 here. They are coming off a bye as well. Rob, you're leading us off.
10's a lot, man. Philly's frauds. Give me the Browns.
I
can't pass up 10 points.
Yeah, as much I hate to say it, I'm with you. Yeah, 10 is too much, and I still don't believe in Philly. 10 is just way too much here. Daniel.
Yeah, give me the Browns to cover that. -10's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I agree. Already here we are. Washington, Baltimore. Game of the week. Uh-oh. I should have a power outage. Oh, that's crazy. My power just went out in my apartment. We're back though. Sorry about that. No, so Washington, Baltimore. Game that is being hyped up as the game of the year. Just kidding. Game of the week at least. everyone's saying, why did this get flexed to Sunday Night Football? Because the NFL really wanted to see Daniel Jones and play Joe Burrow on prime time. That's why. Shut up. Anyways, Baltimore favored by 6.5 at home against Washington. And I'm leading this off. Shoot. Two best offenses in the NFL by EPA. Two bad defenses, might I add. It's gonna be a lot of points scored in this one. When there are a lot of points, you tend to favor the home team. Or sorry, no, you tend to favor the better defense, which Baltimore is slightly. Baltimore does have a good run defense, and Brian Robinson's not playing, so I will take the Ravens to cover, but I might end up regretting that.
I feel like the Commanders are a really good team. I'm bought into Jaden Daniels, but they got to have a letdown game at some point. This has to be it. Give me the Ravens, man. Please. I need to get one of these commies games right.
I'm gonna go commies. 6.5 is quite a bit.
Watch Rob get this right now, dude.
I hope he does. I hope the commies win straight up. But I predict Baltimore for a reason. It's our first difference there, Rob. Look at that. That's where the week's gonna be decided because we're tied right now. Look at that. We're tied right now. So that's the difference point for us right now.
Hey, don't forget about me, guys.
I'm just kidding. No, you could easily get back in, honestly. Anyways, and you're definitely gonna win any lone wolf tiebreakers, that's for sure. LA, Denver. Speaking of Daniel, you're leading us off. Chargers are favored by 3 in the Mile High City. They're coming off a bye while Denver's coming off a big third win in a row.
Denver, there's no fucking way they win 4 in a row. Hell no. Yeah, give me the Chargers.
But do the Chargers cover?
No, the Chargers beat that spread. 100%.
Oh, okay.
They beat that spread. They come back from their bye. They expose the Denver Broncos.
There you go. Rob.
Give me the Broncos, man. +3. Come on.
Broncos are playing good ball right now. I'm not gonna lie. Chargers have kind of been exposed because they just can't do anything in the air. It's a good Broncos defense, like I said, one of the best defenses. The Chargers actually also have one of the best defenses in the league and a slightly better offense than do the Broncos. But the Chargers don't try to do anything to the air. How are the Chargers doing health-wise? Chargers injury report. Here we go. I just saw a thing that said get bad news. Let's see. Bosa's questionable. Gus Edwards is out. Fulton's questionable. Dean Leonard's questionable. Nick Neiman's questionable. Asante Samuel's out. Jeez.
They're so big.
What is up with the Chargers are always hurt, bro. Look at this injury report. This is crazy.
Hey, Luke Wattenberg.
Oh yeah.
He's out. Sad.
He's out. Womp womp. Asante Samuel. Actually, you know what's funny? They only have 3 guys declared out right now. So, yeah. Let's see. Denver. Reynolds being out can hurt them, but nothing too crazy outside of that. Shoot. In Mile High City, give me the Broncos. I think they pulled out. Steelers Vegas. Steelers are coming off their second loss in a row, this time to the Dallas Cowboys. While the Raiders are coming off their 3rd loss of the season. However, the 2-3 Raiders are 2-0 against the AFC North. And what division are the Pittsburgh Steelers in? The AFC North. They also only seem to win in even number weeks. Week 2 at Baltimore, they win. Week 4 versus Cleveland, they win. Week 6, they play the Steelers. When do they play the Bengals? Oh, thank God, they play them in week 9. Okay. Whew. Okay. Damn, Dodged a bullet. They seem to play AFC North teams in even number weeks really well, is all I'm trying to say. But Rob, you get to make the call on how much that matters to you because the Steelers are favored by 3.
Give me the Steelers.
That's probably the smart man's bet there. Um, Screw it. I'm playing the odds. I think the Raiders find a way to cover. I don't know if they
They're
win, but I think they
independent
find a way.
events.
I think they find a way. I think they find a way. It was independent events when they somehow I think they find a way to cover. I don't know if to win, but to cover. I don't know if the Steelers team is capable of winning a blowout right now. And it's 3 points a
No, they are
blowout.
not.
No.
They are
But
not.
on the road, cross country, I think the Raiders find a way to cover. I could see this one being a push, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Daniel.
Yeah, honestly, watch Vegas sweep the AFC North this year. They already beat Baltimore. They already beat the Browns. Yeah, they're gonna beat the Steelers.
It'd be pretty funny.
That would be pretty funny. There we go. We got another difference there, Rob. All right. This is where I collapse because I don't feel super confident about either of those games, honestly. Dallas, Detroit. This is a game I do feel confident in, though. Detroit coming off a bye, while Dallas is coming off a big win that got them over 500. Detroit's looking for a little vengeance after last year's New Year's Eve game, or I guess it wasn't New Year's Eve, but a few day before New Year's Eve game, where the refs screwed them. Yeah, I think the Lions come out. I think they dominate this game, honestly. Give me the Lions to cover.
I hope you're right, Beau. Watch the Dallas cover this shit, man.
You picking Dallas?
Yeah, watch the Cowboys fucking win this game, dude.
Yeah. Watch the refs give it to them again.
Yep,
Would it shock anyone?
Gary's giving him a fat salary before this game. They're gonna install their best player, Brad Allen.
Is he actually reffing this game?
I don't think he is, but if he is, dude, fuck.
Hold on. I need to Google this. Hold on.
Kansas State 24, Colorado 21. We got the game.
There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, football zebras week 6. No, it's John Hussey. So, okay, you got out of it. Brad Allen's actually reffing the London game. They sent him overseas for you. You're welcome. You're welcome, Daniel. They sent him overseas.
Have fun.
Dude, the Lions are playing in Detroit or in Dallas. Of course the refs are gonna fuck up.
That's true.
The Cowboys.
Man. All right, I got more faith
we're
in
NFL refs. Of course we screw over the Lions.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All righty. Panthers, Falcons. Falcons favored by 6 in Carolina. I guess I'm not leaving this one off. I guess Daniel's leaving this one off. Panthers coming off a blowout loss to the Bears, while the Falcons are coming off a big win.
You know what, Beau? Give me the Carolina Panthers to cover.
Ooh, okay. A little belief in Andy Dalton. You love, I love to see that.
They're not gonna win, but they'll cover it.
Okay, I respect it.
Give me the Falcons, man. Panthers are trash.
I also believe in the Falcons.
You know who else is trash, Rob? Anyway, who's picking Cincy, New York?
Rob, you're leading off Cincy, New York. Bengals coming off, as we all know, heartbreaking loss to the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, the Giants are coming off a big road victory over the Seahawks. Yeah. What is the Seahawks? I don't know why I hesitated on that. I knew it was the Seahawks.
I'm gonna go Bengals here, man. I think they're gonna come out hard after that tough loss.
My heart tells me the Bengals. My head tells me the Bengals. I'm fairly confident the Bengals win this football game. At the same time, the reverse jinx worked against Carolina. Did not work against Baltimore, but if it weren't for Zach Taylor, it would have. So trying the reverse jinx again. Give me the Giants.
I need the Bengals rebound. I think they beat that spread.
Very good. All right, in that case, I'm closing the week. We're right at 10:30, so we gotta go through these last Monday Night Football picks quick. Closing out the week, Buffalo favored by 2.5 on the road over a Robert Saleh less New York Jets. Bills, like I said, favored by 2.5. I'm picking. I'm picking the Jets. I think they get. I know. We always say the fired coach boost is fake, but until proven otherwise, I pick the Jets. Also, I think the Bills are kind of starting to fall apart a little bit. Daniel
Give me the just end the season football club.
and Robert.
Of course, Buffalo's gonna kill him, man.
You said that so confidently. I guess we'll see. Remember what this game turned out last year? Turned out
Oh
Aaron
boy.
Rodgers tearing his Achilles tendon and the Jets still found a way to win. The Bills are in their midseason slump that they have every year right now. So, they're cursed in New Jersey. They're cursed in New Jersey. But there you go. What does pod come in at? Let's see. Where are we at? We are at 51 minutes, boys.
We did it.
This is probably the fastest pod we've ever done. I'm proud of us. We did it. Next week we will do a 4.5 hour make pod to compensate. It's okay. We'll be back. I'm just kidding. Horrible. I mean, it'd be fun, but it sounds exhausting. So we won't do that. But that was a fun one, boys. It was a fun, fast one. Good times. Again, apologies for the short length. If you liked our 2 hour pod from Tuesday, definitely went in a different direction with this one, but that's all right. We'll be back for more full length pods next week. But we wanted to get this one to you guys so you can see our picks for the week and see our breakdowns. And see the Angry Bow ring because that's now a staple. Anyways,
Sadly.
that is it. Sadly, right? That is it for this week's episode of episodes, plural, of the West Coast Draft Podcast. We'll be back Tuesday to break down all the college football action that we watched today. Before we do that, though, before we let you go, closing thoughts, Mr. Daniel.
The answer to my question from before, Robert. C turn.
I love how Daniel's just a random hater of the Seahawks.
Bro, most Lions fans right now, we can't stand the Seahawks, dude. It's the most one-sided rivalry because apparently Seahawks fans really like us, but we can't stand them.
Yeah, I don't think there's a fan base outside of the NFC North that dislikes the Lions.
Yeah, who would
Maybe
hate
the
a team
Cowboys.
that's
Maybe the
had
Cowboys.
been so bad? Why would someone hate a team that's just so horrible?
Yeah, exactly.
Not even worth
The
hating.
Bengals have been historically awful too, but there's a lot of fans that hate our fans.
Well, Bengals have made a Super Bowl, right, Beau?
That is true. We have. When was this Lions NFC Championship ring? When did you
Oh,
guys
we're going to the Super Bowl this year. We've
Mm.
already discussed this. The greatest franchise is going to the Super Bowl. And C-Turds fans have to watch us win.
That's
going
true.
to be sad for them.
I don't mind.
It's going to be
We'll probably he would probably be rooting for the Lions in the Super Bowl.
That's going to be that's going to be depressing, bro. Seahawks
I'd
fans
be pretty happy.
They hate our team.
I'd be happy for you.
No, honestly,
All right.
we're the only fan base that would seethe if we won the Super Bowl or our Vikings fans. I don't think anyone else would care.
Yeah. All right. Closing thoughts, Mr. Rob.
If one of us goes lightning mode, we all get lightning mode. If one of us is like, all of us get like. If one of us subscribe, all of us subscribe. Thanks for watching, folks.
Drive safe.